Hey there, Michelle McPherson here, and I have a very important video for you today. Google has laid down another slap on us as internet marketers. If you remember the AdWords slap, Google didn't like what people were doing advertising on AdWords, and they changed the terms, and a lot of people lost their businesses because they couldn't cope with the new changes that had to be made in using AdWords. Then Google came up with the Squidoo slap. In this case, a lot of people were using Squidoo to build pages, and those pages would often link to an affiliate product or something like that. And because of the domain authority that Squidoo had, those pages would rank very, very, very quickly within Google for that keyword phrase that they were optimized for. Now, Google decided that there were too many junky Squidoo pages littering their index, and they devalued the authority of that squidoo.com domain. So people lost their rank, they lost their source of income, and they had to find another way to earn their income online because what they had been doing with Squidoo wasn't working anymore. So that was the AdWords slap, the Squidoo slap. Now we've got a new slap. It's the social media slap. That's right, Google has started to look down on sites that are getting all of their links from social media sites. Okay? Now, part of what I talked about in Social Media Daily was using social media to do your link building. However, in that blueprint, I also included a lot of other sources from which to get your links. And this is precisely why. If all of your links are coming from social media sites, you are not going to rank as quickly or as highly as you once did. Okay? Is social media still a viable method for link building? Absolutely. Everything out there that you can get a link from is an excellent place to get a link from. The problem is, and where this social media slap comes in, is people who were only getting their links from social media sites. Look, if you've got all of your links coming from social media sites, if you've got all of your links coming from article directories, if you've got all of your links coming from, directories, it's totally obvious to Google. They know what you're up to. They know that you're trying to build links and that this is your preferred method, and they're going to slap you. You're not going to get rank anymore. We're starting to see this with social media. One of the other things that we're seeing with social media is that back in the day, you used to be able to start a site. You could say bookmark it on a variety of bookmarking accounts and maybe put up a dig page, maybe put up a propeller page, maybe put up a Squidoo lens, and then boom, you'd have rank because you were getting all of this domain authority from those sites that were now linking to your site because you created those links for yourself. And very, very quickly, your own site would have rank in Google because of those links that you built for it. This doesn't work anymore as quickly, okay? Again, don't stop using social media. That is not what I'm telling you here. What I'm telling you is that your social media campaign needs to be augmented by other kinds of link building. Okay, and this is Search Engine Optimization 101. You've got to have links from a variety of sources, right? And we're just starting to see Google lay that down on all of the people who have solely used social media for their link building. Now, the other thing that I'm noticing is that you used to be able to take a piece of content and you would take that same content and put it up on all the different social media sites. So it would be, say, maybe 2 or 3 paragraphs and then a link back to your site. And you could take that same 2 or 3 paragraphs, put it up on Squidoo, Hub Pages, Weebly, Dig, everywhere that you can think of, linking back to your site. Google is now looking very, very closely at unique content. And it's more and more and more important that that content that you put up on these social media sites is actually unique content. And again, that's something that's really easy to overcome, and it doesn't require you writing 80 different little articles so that you can get your content up there. Okay, it's not that tough. It can be overcome, and it's just something that you need to be aware of as a webmaster, as a content producer. Unique content is increasingly important. Links from a variety of sources is increasingly important, and it's all part of this social media slap that's been going on in the last, I would say the last 6 months. It's really started to take hold. Okay, now tips and tricks and cool, fun new things are awesome, and I love them, and I love to capitalize on something that works for a short amount of time and then maybe doesn't. But you really need strong business building principles behind that. You need to understand search engine optimization before you can utilize something like social media optimization. You need to understand why you're doing something and the principles behind it, so that when something like this happens, it's not going to affect you in the same way that it might affect somebody who only built their links with social media sites, right? You want to have variety, and you want to be able to understand why you have that kind of variety. Now, what we're talking about here is a program that is going to teach you how to do all of those things, how to build a quality site. There's another thing. You should only be working on your own domain. I've been teaching this for years. Everybody went nuts with social media, started building sites, like I said, Squidoo, stuff like that. They were getting rank on their Squidoo pages, and then boom, it was gone. Only optimize, only promote your own domain, because you have control over it, okay? So if you take away anything from this, take away that. Work on your own domain, please. It's so important. Okay, but back to what I was saying. Now, I come from a search engine optimization background. That means that I use social media for link building purposes. I also now use social media for brand building purposes. That's a whole nother thing that's not affected by the social media slap, because brand building is about building relationships, right? You're talking to real people, you're making real friends. So whatever Google thinks of that doesn't matter, as long as those people like you. So I use social media for that. I also use social media for link building. But I do a ton of other things for link building too. I like to be #1 in the search engines. I like to get lots of traffic from the search engines. I want you to do that too. And I want to teach you step by step how to do that, okay? What you need is a site. First of all, you need a keyword. Second of all, you need a site that's optimized on page for that keyword. You need good content. Then you need to work on your link building. And then you need to work on your brand building. And at crowdmountain.com, which is the site that you're on right now, that is where you can learn that full skill set of online webmastering for SEO purposes, for brand building purposes, so that you have all your bases covered, so that when another slap like this comes around, it doesn't affect you like it affects the others. You need to be in control of your future. You need to be in control of your website, and you need to be in control of the way that Google's changes in the way that they look at things, or changes in their algorithm. You need to be in control of how that's going to affect you, and I don't want it to affect you at all. It doesn't affect me. I don't want it to affect you like this social media slap is going to be affecting a lot of people, and it's just getting worse. So you need to find other ways to be building links. You need to find other ways to be promoting your content and your site. And that's all the kind of thing that we're going to be talking about inside crowdmountain.com. Crowd Mountain isn't open yet, okay? And it will be next week. But if you fill out the form on the right, you can get notification. Also, people on that notification list are going to get some fast mover kind of bonuses and opportunities that other people won't get. So if building a long-lasting website and business, as opposed to something that is based on tips and tricks and little techniques that might not work 3 months down the road, if that interests you, fill out the form and I'll be in touch with you when Crowd Mountain is available. All right, thanks so much. Bye-bye.